am so high.
Batman, the Dark Knight, the Cape Crusader, the world's greatest detective. He goes by many names. He is by far my favorite superhero. Ever since I first watched the animated series when I was a kid, I always thought he was the coolest character ever. He's not only a badass, but he's also the most fun to watch. You know, many people like Batman for many reasons. His character, his story, his cool design, his dark backstory, but for me it's just simply that he's so fun to watch. You can literally put Batman in any movie, any game, any cartoon, any comic, and I'll buy it. So can you imagine my surprise when I heard there's a Batman movie where he becomes a ninja and he fights Gotham villains in feudal Japan, and it's called Batman Ninja? My hype level was over 9,000! You can't mess this up, you just can't. This is the ultimate fan service movie to any anime and Batman fan. I couldn't wait to watch this movie. I kept saying to myself, you just can't fuck this up. Sadly, they fucked it up.
Hey! Fuck you, Kurt! Bitch! Fuck! Fuck! Mike! Hey, hold up!
This movie is a mess. I couldn't believe how they fucked everything. Seriously, how can you fuck up Batman as a ninja? He is already a ninja. This movie was literally gift wrapped for you. How can you mess it up? I just can't describe how bad this movie is without reviewing it. And before I do, I know a lot of people love this movie. I get it. But this still doesn't change my opinion. This movie pissed me off. So without wasting any more time, let's jump to the review. And of course, the movie opens at Arkham Asylum, where we see Batman is fighting Gorilla Grodd while Catwoman is narrating.
You think you've heard every Batman story? I promise you haven't.
Yeah, no shit. This is DC. They'll never stop making Batman stories.
It will never die. It will never die. It will only multiply, baby.
We see that Grodd has taken over the asylum and is about to activate his machine, which sends the entire prison and its inmate not only back in time but also teleport them into Japan. And this is one of my biggest issues with this movie. The story is about time travel. Why? Why did you have to make it about time travel? Why couldn't this movie be a what if story? Where you take the Batman methods, change them a little bit, and base them in Japan. You know, kinda like how Batman Gotham by Gaslight did it. Now I know that movie wasn't perfect, but it was interesting. It did something unique with Batman. Having the Cape Crusader fight the infamous serial killer Jack the Ripper is such a great concept that it got me invested. Despite its flaws, I really like that movie and I wish I got more what if stories like that. But sadly, we got this instead. This premise doesn't help the story. It only creates more plot holes and inconsistencies. You wanna know why this is a huge issue? Just watch and I'll show you.
Oh.
Confused as hell, Batman finds himself in an unknown location where he is confronted by a group of samurai soldiers who seems to be looking for a man dressed like a bat.
Explain yourself.
We were sent to find a man dressed as a bat. Our master has ordered us to kill him on sight. He cannot be allowed to live.
Who's your master?
But then he's forced to retreat as more soldiers showed up. We then see Batman, the world's greatest detective, still trying to figure out what happened.
None of this makes any sense. Everything's offline, but from the look of it, this is ancient Japan.
Get a clue! Get a clue, you moron! Get a clue!
Looking around, he found an industrial location, which he finds strange. So he goes to investigate the area, and to his surprise, he finds the Joker.
Jumping Jiminy Christmas!
But somehow, Batman, the stealth master, doesn't notice Joker is sneaking out behind him.
Bitch, is you blind?
You'll start to notice something very odd about this version of Batman. I'll explain it in a few scenes later. But right now, let's focus on Batman's encounter with Joker. So in this scene, we find out that Joker has become a feudal lord.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's been calling me Dairoku Tinmouth, the Demon King, the most powerful man in Japan. But you can call me Lord Joker.
Wait, how does a Gotham criminal become a feudal lord? This movie is trying to push way too hard the idea that this is something normal, but it's hard to comprehend. This is why I said the story would be better if it was a what if story. Then it will be 10 times more believable. Cause Gotham already had its version of feudal lords in the vision of the criminals. So it will make more sense to have them like that. But here it feels way less believable. But I digress. That is the least of this movie's problems. Let's continue.
Get used to disappointment.
As you can see, Joker can't have Batman ruin what he accomplished. So a fight begins. As we see Batman, man who's trained to be a ninja assassin, Gotham's greatest fighter, the guy who takes down criminals in his sleep, runs the fuck away from a group of 7 goons.
What? What the fuck?
I'll come back to rant about this later. This is all building up for something coming very soon. So let's move on. So after escape with the guards, Batman then is greeted by Catwoman, who seems to also have been sent back in time with him.
How did you get here?
Same as you, Gorilla Grodd's time machine. That was 2 years ago.
How is that even possible?
Wait, so why did Batman arrive 2 years after everyone? If he was sent to a different time, shouldn't he be sent to a different location as well? How did Joker know that? I mean, he made wanted posters to capture him. Why would he know that? Is any of my questions will be answered?
Point out your plot holes elsewhere.
So apparently it's not just Cat and Bat, but all the Robins were in Arkham that night as well. Nightwing, Red Hood, Red Robin, and Damian, as well as Alfred. But not Batwoman and Batgirl.
That's sexist.
Anyways, it looks like Catwoman didn't know as she never came across any of them. But that's not all. It looks like it's not only Joker who became a feudal lord. It seems all of Gotham criminals have taken over Japan, despite the lack of ability to speak the native tongue. Makes sense to me, I don't know about you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With Gotham criminals rewriting history being a bad thing, Batman joins forces with Catwoman to take down Joker who possesses Grodd's time machine. Also a bad move, Bruce. You should know better than to trust Selina by now.
You'll be sorry!
We then know what the hell is going on with your head, Bruce?
This missionary look is not bad.
There were quite a lot of Christian missionaries that came to Japan during this era. This way you won't look too suspicious as a Westerner. The, bat tonsure is a nice touch.
Yeah, so Batman, the world's greatest detective, thought it was a great idea to walk in the street with a big bat sign on his head. Yeah, no one will suspect you're Batman.
You're not very bright, are you?
So we find out that Joker is planning something big as he introduced technology that shouldn't exist in this timeline to build something. But hope isn't lost as Bruce meets up with Alfred, who managed to recover his Batmobile after meeting up with Selina. But their reunion is cut short as Joker's soldiers found the location. I wonder how they found you.
What's wrong with you, you moron?
So he rides his Batmobile to fight Joker in his castle. And we get to the highlight of everything wrong with this version of Batman. He heavily relies on technology to take down his enemies. Remember the part where he runs away from 7 soldiers? Batman can take down these guys in his sleep. He's Batman. He can take down an army of thugs. He was trained to be a ninja assassin. Hell, even Damian took down Deathstroke on his own. And he's a freaking kid. But here, he relies more on his gadgets. Batman isn't defined by his gadgets. This is something I really hated in Arkham Knight. There's a reason why many people dislike that game. That's because we're not playing as Batman. We're playing as a robot. Batman isn't Iron Man. Batman relies on his skill in combat. And sure, I know this is the theme of the story. Yeah, Batman needs to transcend his reliance on modern technology and fully transform and adapt to the timeline. But this doesn't fit Batman's character at all. He fights using the shadows, not his gadgets. The gadgets are just DLC. If this was any other Batman, he could have taken down the Joker a long time ago. This is why I hate this Batman. This is why I said the story doesn't work. Oh, and by the way, this is not the dumbest part of the movie. Oh no, there's something way more stupid coming towards the end of the movie. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, Batman sucking.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So after Batman failed to take down the Joker again, he then is saved by mysterious ninjas who take him to a boat and then reveal it was Nightwing and Robin with the help of the Ninja Clan.
We are the Bat Clan of Hida. Our lives are guided by an ancient prophecy. Legend foretells that when the country is in chaos, a foreign ninja wearing the mask of a bat will come and restore order to our land. Bat Clan, we have waited all our lives for this moment. Serve this shinobi with your life. This is the hour of our destiny.
This scene is very interesting because it looks like it confirms my theory that this was supposed to be a what-if movie. This scene would have made a lot more sense then. And it doesn't just have to be a what-if story. These guys could represent the League of Shadows. They fit the description. This Batman could be what gave birth to that legend. There are endless of possibilities you could have taken this story. But sadly, we're stuck with this prophecy bullshit.
Disappointed!
So they take Batman to their village where he can be safe. But Batman isn't happy, as you know he can't stand a chance against the Joker without his gear. That until Robin shows up with a monkey, yes, Damian now has a monkey, who seems to have a message from Gorilla Grodd, telling Batman to meet him in the mountains. So Grodd explained to Batman what was his real plan all along.
The criminals of Gotham were my guinea pigs. I was going to send them someplace far away so I could take over Gotham myself. And I would have succeeded. The Quake engine was my greatest invention, but your interference brought us to this time and place.
He then suggested they should team up to take down Joker. Batman agrees as he suggests to become the bait to drag him out. Dude, you trust a lot of untrustworthy criminals. I hope that doesn't bite you in the ass later.
You'll be sorry!
Thus they head out to ambush the Joker with the Ninja Clan, and they manage to trick him and board his ship. A fight starts, but they quickly take out the Joker and his army. And it looks like things finally looking good for Batman. And, are you ready? Are you ready? In a shocking twist, Grodd betrays Batman, as he seems to have already formed alliance with Two-Face.
Who saw where that came from?
And to throw another shocking twist, Catwoman joins Grodd as well.
You suck!
But then Joker breaks free and loses his mind as he tries to kill everyone in the boat. And they somehow survives that. You know what? This is actually the most believable thing in this entire movie. Surviving explosion is like walking in the park for Batman.
Oh my god, he'll be okay, right? I mean, he's Batman. Sure.
So Grodd explained that in order to activate the machine, he needs the power converters all the Gotham villains possess. So he organized a battle between all the feudal lords to take them back. So after Batman is awakened, he contemplates about his loss and failures throughout the movie.
I had nothing. No vehicles or weapons. I didn't know who I was anymore. Who was Batman stripped of all his technology?
Batman?
You're despicable.
So Batman decides it's time to abandon the old ways and adapt to the new ways. As the scenes cut to what's going on here.
I knew you were alive, Joker. They said you were dead, but I didn't believe it. So, I've been looking for you.
Did the budget of the movie run out or something? This scene looks like it was added in at the last minute or something. It's so weird and strange. I don't understand why the animation style changed, but whatever. We see that Red Hood has found Joker and he's still alive. Then Batman tells Jason to let them go, as they seem to have lost their memories in the explosion. And they look peaceful and harmless, so they walk away. You moron! Haven't you learned anything by now?
You'll be sorry!
1 month later, after the studio seems to have found more budget for the animation, Grodd is prepared for his attack on the feudal lords. As the showdown is about to start, we see that Batman is also ready to fight, as they're ready to head out to battle. And then we get to the silliest scene in the movie. This is the part where the movie completely jumped the shark. This scene made me laugh my ass off. Just watch.
Chosen Birdman Castle, wind
Forest Fire Mountain Transformation!
Two can play at this game. Judoku Plant Poison Castle! Multitudes of Flowers Transformation!
Bullseye. Gakushu Shell Assault Castle! Rapid Fire 100 Cannons Transformation! Fire! Taomote Two-Face Castle! Two-Faced Transformation!
When did this turn to an episode of Power Rangers? When you heard of a movie called Batman Ninja, did you expect to see giant mecha robots in them? I mean, who thought this was a good idea? I have no words. I can't believe what the hell is going on. This is Batman Ninja? Really? If I were Batman in this situation, I would pinch myself to see if I was dreaming. I mean, Batman never shy of having silly moments, but this is really pushing it.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
So after Grodd successfully take down all the Gotham criminals, he revealed that his true intentions were never to go back in time, but to rip off Planet of the Apes apparently.
I'm going to rule this country and turn it into a kingdom of monkeys and rewrite the history of the world!
You heard him, folks. His plan is to, you guessed it, take over the world.
Of course!
But his plans are cut short when a mysterious guest show up. And who else but, of course, the Joker.
That's all, folks.
After he take back his castle, he throw them off the back where Batman had to save them. But it's too late, as Joker takes Grodd's machine and goes full Voltron on our asses.
Criminals of Gotham, become one!
Unite and serve the sixth heavenly deity, Lord Joker!
Yep, that just happened, folks. This is a scene in a Batman movie. So now that they're hopeless to stop the Joker, Grodd hands Batman the flute which controls an army of the monkeys. And they use him to infest Joker's castle. And then Robin uses the flute to, well, just watch. Okay. So then Robin uses the giant super monkey army. What the hell am I watching again? To fight the Joker. However, they are no match for the flamethrower, which is about to fry all the monkeys. But then they are saved at the last minute by a horde of bats flying to shield them from the fires. And then... Stop the movie. What the hell is going on? Am I on crack? Is the movie on crack? Someone is on crack here. Did I accidentally put on Teen Titans Go or something? What? Who? How? When? Why? Why did this happen?
Who was on crack?
Who thought a giant monkey Batman was a good idea? I mean, what the hell? You know what? I don't care. Let's just move on. So the giant monkey bat thing punches the robot and split everyone to fight each villain on their own. Up in the control room, Joker explained what the hell that weird animation scene was about.
It was the only way I could get the upper hand. I hypnotized myself to believe I was someone else so you would believe it. The only way to deceive you was to deceive myself.
Makes sense? Hey, now that I think about it, this reminds me of something.
But turns out this was actually all a part of Revolver Ocelot's plan the entire time. You see, he was never actually possessed by Liquid Snake. He merely used hypnotherapy to make himself think that he was. His true goal all along was to achieve world peace, but also he wants to fight Solid Snake in a brawl to the death.
So now that we're done with the exposition, the fights breaks out. Batman vs. Joker, Catwoman vs. Harley Quinn, Nightwing vs. Penguin, Red Robin vs. Two-Face, Red Hood vs. Deathstroke, and Robin vs. Poison Ivy. They successfully take down all the bad guys along with the giant mecha thanks to the monkeys, leaving only Joker and Batman to duke it out on the rooftop. This fight, to be honest, is well entertaining. The action, the choreography, the animation, it's shot pretty well. And the fight also touches on Batman's one rule, which Joker is trying to break.
Must be tough being a hero! You don't dare kill me! Isn't that right, Bats? See, you can't kill me! Oh, the hero can't finish the job!
I give them props for bringing their A game. I was really entertained by this. That is until it turned to a full-blown anime, as Batman uses teleportation techniques, have the ability to fly like a Jedi, and guess what? He uses hand signs. That's right, Batman Ninja just became Batman Naruto.
How would you like to suck my balls?
So after that, he defeats the Joker, takes back the time machine, and uses it to go back to their modern time. And that's how the movie ends. So that was Batman Ninja, and it's a huge disappointment. When I first heard of this movie, I thought it was going for what if we throw the Batman mythos into ancient Japan type story, like Gotham by Gaslight, but what I got was just awful. It's not the worst Batman movie I ever saw, but that's not a compliment. I really wish they could have done something interesting with this story, but I should have expected what was coming. Batman isn't the only idiot here. I also trusted Warner Bros. And DC to make a great Batman story, but what I got was a cheap cash grab. I give this movie a C-. I mean, there was effort here. The animation is great, the character design is decent, except for Bruce's design, which was weird. And the action was entertaining, but that's not enough to make me like this movie. It was not what I wanted for a movie called Batman Ninja. So with that being said, thanks you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed, subscribe if you'd like to see more, follow me on Twitter if you want to check out my latest news, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!
What gave me away?
You overplayed your part, yo.
Show,